Okay, now what the fuck, dude? Bullshit. Now it's working. Ugh. Oh, good. It's still up on Odyssey at least. That's good. That was really weird. Damn you, Melon. Yeah, it's working now. I don't understand what happened. And then of course I lose all my settings on YouTube. Oh, this piece of garbage. Hold on. All right. Okay. And damn you, Susan, you hoe. All right, so it looks like it's working on Odyssey. It looks like it's back. Looking good on YouTube. Okay, we're back. Well, that was pretty gay. Won't lie on that one. So now we just have some rando like 3 second stream on on YouTube. Well, thank goodness that it was easily applied. I could have. They were smart enough to know that I could just apply the last settings in Melon. So I'll just get rid of this one. Delete forever. All right. So lots to talk about. You keep that 30-second stream or be a scrub forever. Oh, nope. I already deleted it. It's gone. It deserved it. It didn't deserve my my grace. I did. Fuck it. Anywho, a bunch to talk about. The main thing being Gungrave. Now, Gungrave was a video game back for PlayStation 2. That was awesome. I streamed it a while back, but that is an awesome game. And then they did, because of the game, they made it into an anime, which was good. And then they made Gungrave Overdose, and now there is something called Gungrave Gore, which I knew it existed, but I'm super excited that it's coming out this year. And I saw an article about it, so we'll read over that one. But first, let's talk about the Xbox Elite Series 2 controller. Now, I personally like the PlayStation. Well, at least 4. I haven't held the fifth one yet. But I like the PlayStation 4 controller. I mean, the Elite's all right, too. But interesting that the Xbox Elite Series 2 controller was just released. It's the white model, which, because of my PS4 Glacier console, I'm actually a big fan of like the white variants of consoles and stuff like that. There's a teaser for Gungrave from a few years ago. Was it for Gore? Yeah, it was for Gore. If you saw Kugashira Bungie fighting some girl, that was Gore. I know there was a phone game, but I don't know what became of it. So let's read this real quick from VGC. So the white Xbox Elite Series 2 controller is official and $50 cheaper than the black version. Oof. I see what you're saying there, Microsoft. Bigots. Racists. I'm surprised they're not being screamed at it for being racist. So the white model is called the Elite Core and comes with fewer accessories. I mean, nothing new. It looks exactly the same. Looks like the center console right there. However, doesn't it looks like you can, or excuse me, you can't switch back and forth because with the Elite controller, this right here you can toggle back and forth. Doesn't look like you can with this one, or maybe it's push activated now. The white controller is cheaper than the black controller. Racist as fuck. But to me, this actually looks awesome. I really like the visual appeal too. I should have gotten the white Xbox, because we got to stay true. So Microsoft has officially announced the long-reported white version of the Xbox Elite Series 2 controller. I question this title right here. I never seen any reports about it, but also has revealed that it'll be cheaper than the Black Edition. The controller, which is being sold under the full name, the Xbox Elite Wireless Controller Series 2 Core, is similar to Black Elite Series 2 controller, but will come with fewer accessories. As a result, the controller, which will be available on September 21st, so this month apparently, it will cost. I mean, I like how they make it sound like it's. I forgot how expensive the Elite controller is. So it'll cost pretty much $130 instead of $179.99 or $180 being charged for the black version. I think brighter consoles and controllers are better because you can find you can find them faster. I mean, I can find my stuff quite easily. I just think it visually looks good. I always liked monochrome schemes. So players will be able to buy a separate complete component pack for $60 if they want the other accessories, including the carrying case and charging dock. Oh, you cheap fuckers. You assholes. So as opposed to the first one, which came everything for $180, $129, we'll just round it up to $130 plus $60. So you're pretty much if they would have just bundled everything together, they could have probably still charged it the same amount, but you're paying an extra 10 if you're wanting this complete component pack. So they're tacking on an additional $10 as opposed to the first controller, which is just a total of $180. Oh my gosh. Oh, but it has a charging dock though. Including and a carrying. Well, the carrying case you already had at. The charging dock, that's a new one. Maybe. Oh, what is this? Here, let's play it. Well, that was awful. Oh, there we go. What do you... Wait a minute, is the thumbstick like a legit key that you just turn? Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh wow, this one looks like you can have 3 settings as opposed to 2. It was a button. I knew it was. Wait a minute. Wait, that's an adjustable thumbstick? According to this, because the other ones you had to just put in a longer thumbstick. If that's adjustable, that's pretty cool. Won't lie about that one. Why are business people so disconnected from people? Because they don't care about people. They just want money. So the White Elite Wireless Controller Series 2 Core Edition. My gosh, could they have just named it? Just name it EWC. The EWC will come with the controller, a USB-C cable, and a thumbstick adjustment tool. Okay, so it is an actual. You can actually adjust the thumbstick. That's pretty cool. Won't lie. It will not come with the following accessories included with the Black Elite Series 2: a carrying case, a charging dock. Um, well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. It will not come with the following accessories included in the Black Elite Series 2. Oh, okay, I see. I see what they're doing. So you can either get this one, which comes with everything, which I think up here. So that's where this. I'm assuming this is what the 180 is. So you legitimately, if you want everything, you have to pay like I said, you have to pay an additional $10. I guess white controllers are apparently worth more than the black ones. Really rude, Microsoft. So reports of the White Elite Series 2 controller has been shared for a number of months now. This is the first time I've heard of this. A photo which appeared to show boxed White Elite Series 2 controllers was shared online in March, followed by a video showing off the controller in July. Wow, so the white controller is just a hollow box? Whoa! My ice cubes are popping. Last month, Amazon Mexico also briefly listed the controller with a September 21st release date, which is now turns out it was accurate. I love how people find this stuff when it's like other countries. Because they're just like, we don't give a shit. Just throw it up there. Microsoft has also confirmed the Elite Series 2 controllers will be added to the Xbox Design Lab site this holiday. What the hell is the Xbox Design Lab? Meaning players will be able to customize their own Elite controllers for the first time. Oh, okay. Also, not even a long awaited report. So there you go. So pay 180 for the black version of the Elite Wireless Series 2, which comes with all that, or save some money and get this. But then if you want all of the other stuff, you got to pay an extra 60. So for a total of 190. I mean, aside from the charge docking or the charging dock, which I guarantee you can probably find a generic one, you might be, I mean, if you already have the first one, yeah, because look at this. Well, wait a minute. Or is the key? Wait a minute. If they're including the additional thumbsticks that are either dome shaped, classic, or tall, what's the point of the adjustable thumbstick? So you can literally just have this sucker like almost sticking out like an inch. It's so weird. Because I was just gonna say, I guarantee you all of this fits in. If like funny enough, I found another one of these during like a clean out that someone just threw away and it had a bunch of the additional stuff. So I'm set. So literally for me, just to buy this would be cheaper for me. And I guarantee you anyone can just find this charging docket. So pretty not gonna lie, pretty scummy. Oh, that's pretty cool. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Switch OLED model revealed alongside new game trailer. Oh, there's a game trailer here. We'll check it out. So there you go. There's your Scarlet and Violet. Scarlet, I'm afraid I'm going to have to leave. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. All right, let's play this. Play, you bastard. There. It's about as centered. Is it not going to play? The fuck? Play, you garbage thing. Dude, your embedding sucks here, VGC. Fix it. That's all there is. I'm sorry, that just seems kind of lame. Customized dock. Oh, I thought it was actually going to show gameplay from the actual Pokemon game. Whoops. So the Joy-Con controllers, which match the main colors of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, feature the school emblems of the Naranja Academy and Yuva Academy that appear in their respective games. There you go. Well, that was kind of anticlimactic. My apologies. So we have some other stuff set up here before we get to Gungrave Gore. I'm going to probably save that one for the end. So we'll check out some other stuff. Let's see. Oh, here's something that I think is funny. So Twitch is removing a hosting feature because of user complaints. Oh my goodness. So from Niche Gamer. So Twitch has announced they're removing the host mode feature due to ongoing user complaints. That's funny because YouTube was starting to implement their own hosting thing, although that one needs to get fixed because you have to add people to the list, and who knows if people who aren't added to your... I don't get it. I don't get how it works because I tried sending people over to Nick's channel one time. What examples of user complaints? Well, let's find out, shall we? For those unaware of the feature, host mode allows the channel to remain active online. However, upon entering their stream, users would be shown a stream of a different account as chosen by the host. The new change was first reported by Twitter user Zach Bussy. This was first introduced back in 2014, and most have used it as a means to help promote other channels when they themselves are not streaming. Though on October 3rd, Twitch has revealed this feature will now be removed. They explained their rationale by stating that it prevented viewers from interacting with the streamer they're watching, and that it limits the streamer's growth potential, as they are unable to directly build connections with these viewers. I'm legit confused at what the complaint is. I can understand, well, I guess we can read a little bit more. It's worth noting that when hosting, those viewing it through the host are placed in a separate chat from that of the channel being hosted. Oh yeah, that's pretty retarded. But I thought, when you interacting with the streamer they're watching? So like the people that they're like sending them over to, or who they're hosting, just go to their page. Because they're live. Just go to their actual page and then interact. Limits the streamer's growth potential. This is so fucking vague. I don't get it. This news has led to multiple streamers voicing their disdain for this decision. Streamer, I don't give a crap who this is, says it's the streamer not being live that prevents interacting with the streamer. So just go live. Another streamer named Critical Bard states, I host when I'm currently not live, so my unused channel clicks to someone that is live for more engagement. This feature appears to be replaced by something called suggested channels in the option instead. After auto host gets removed, coming from this, it can be assumed that the streamers can still promote channels they believe to be worth watching in a much more muted fashion. That's literally all that article was about. I legit don't understand what they're complaining about. I can see a couple stuff, but like, I don't get it. We're not getting enough interactions from the person that, the people we normally watch. They're the people they're auto hosting. Well, they just go to their channel. I legit don't see what the problem is. Interacting with the streamers they're watching. Then go. My response to this is just go to said person they're auto hosting on their actual stream, and then you can interact. Limits the streamer's growth potential. This I legitimately don't get. Like, what's limiting about it? You're telling people, hey, I like this channel. You guys should go over there and check it out. Like, are you saying that the people who you're sending that you have set to auto host isn't returning the favor? Then talk to the other person and be like, hey, I'm sending people your way. You mind sending it my way? I don't get it. Whatever. It's funny. Twitch isn't exactly my favorite platform, mostly because I think it's lost its roots, because it's become more about hosting pools and ASMR and bullshit like that, as opposed to like gaming. So that's pretty funny. Let's see. Next on the docket. I mean, that's niche gamers' version of that. But we'll jump over to Bounding and Comics. So this is how much people are pissed off with the Star Wars franchise. So it's filled with whores and sluts. I mean, some of them will legit be sluts and whores. Some of them will obviously use their body to sell stuff, which, I mean, again, I've stated this before, sex sells. Like, we can't argue about it. Sex does sell. It's just when they get all butthurt about it and then get pissed off that people are oogling over them. I'm still not satisfied with that. There we go. There. But yeah, unfortunately, it's become more of that. And this is, I think, unfortunately, this is where people who realize that they can prey on people with social problems, with people who lust, with people who are lonely, depressed, and sad, is that they'll use their bodies to gain money and grit from them, as opposed to people who want to game, and opposed to girls who actually are legit gamers. Because I guarantee you, the ones that are showing off cleavage and stuff like that are going to get more pulls than people who don't. So, Bounding into Comics had an article about the Mandalorian, specifically a stunt coordinator, who has called out Disney for turning Star Wars into a failing franchise. I mean, understatement of the year. And also for screwing over Gina Carano. I love Gina. I'd love to have her on the show one day. So, believing their meddling to be the reason for the Book of Boba Fett stunt team recent Emmy snub, the Mandalorian series stunt coordinator Ryan Watson has called out Disney for their mismanagement of the Star Wars brand, and how they've not only managed to turn it into a failing franchise, but in the process also screwed over his former co-worker Gina Carano. So Watson, who has provided both stunt and fight coordination work for the Din Djarin-centric spin-off series ever since its inception, voiced his initial frustrations towards the House of Mouse in a September 5th post made to his personal Instagram account. Oh man, so he's done. He's pissed off. He's probably accepted the fact that if he doesn't get rehired again, it's fine. So taking to the social media platform following the Book of Boba Fett's securing one Emmy win for outstanding special visual effects in a season or oh my gosh, outstanding special visual effects in a season or a movie, but losing out on the awards for the other nominated categories of outstanding sound effects for a comedy or drama series. I wouldn't. I mean, this is something that no one should care about because Star Wars is not a comedy. And I would go as far as to say it's not even really a drama series. Outstanding fantasy sci-fi costumes, that one I can understand, and outstanding stunt coordination for a drama series, limited or anthology series or movie. Oh my gosh, they just weaseled all that in there. So Watson shared an image of The Mandalorian's past Emmy and Screen Actor Guild Awards and declared, or the Film Actors Guild Awards, or the Film Actors Guild. The Emmy were yesterday, and declared the Emmys were yesterday and Star Wars lost, but just a reminder to my stunt team, or should I say our stunt team, we did it, we have won. So there's there's his tweet, or I guess his Instagram. We won because Jon Favreau let us do it. He continued, thank God for you, sir. I wish I could tell you how much I love you, so I will tell you now. To this end, Watson then turned to offer a number of things to his cohorts, starting with his stunt team. I love you all so much, he exclaimed. We were the underdogs, and we will forever be remembered in Star Wars history. Like Frank Sinatra said, we did it our way. Thank God to Jon Favreau for seeing this magic that we brought. I will forever be thankful to him who stood by us all against all the naysayers and easily offended that big business brings. And there's what an appropriate thing to show, just getting zapped. I shout out to Disney. Nobody did like we did, and I'm so proud that the true martial artists and stunt performers that made season 1 and 2 legendary, and we made history, Watson added. We brought back Star Wars from a failing franchise, and we should all be proud. There you go. It was failing before, pretty much with the garbage to the prequel. Gina is a sweetheart, definitely a great cast. Oh, I would love to talk with her. We had Mozart in our blood, and the Salers, a reference to the noted rivalry between the two composers of the world, tried to tell us it was our fault. Our art stood strong, and forever we will be remembered as the best action Star Wars ever had. It's unfortunate what happened to her. Oh yeah, for sure. Because again, they saw someone who went against the grains and who legitimately rose to notoriety in a good way. And they had to get rid of her because her ideologies, which got her to where she was originally, these people can't fathom that people can climb to the top by that way, and they have to showcase in the public eye that their way is the only way if you want to make it on top. And it pisses them off when someone actually does it legitimately. That's what happened with her. It's what happened with my buddy Eric, and that's what happened with Vic. They just found the sexual allegations to stick. So Mozart died thinking he was a failure, but the audience has spoken forever. We will be remembered as reinventing a dying brand, he said. I'm so proud of you all. The 2 Emmys we won will go down in history. Remember me for history. If only big corporations could see the beauty that we gave the world. Our stunt team was Amadeus, and sadly, I see it becoming Salier. She's a hell of a fighter with a personality that's just kawaii. Everyone will remember the magic forever, my love for all those people. All is in my heart forever, he further lauded. As for the haters, I quote Peter Schaffer's 1974 play Amadeus. What can I say but Salier? I love you all. We won 2 Emmys and the fans noticed real martial arts because real art is undeniable. The corporate world, for some reason, just can't take it. Art is untamable. Absolutely. That's why when you go as realistic as possible and use CGI to clean it up as opposed to being the main focal point, unless it calls for it, like, James Cameron Avatar. Human eye knows when it doesn't see something that's real. When it comes to the time where you can trick the human eye, there you go. So drawing his post to a close, Watson asserted there was 100%, or this was 100% John Favreau. Thank you, Master Fav, for having vision. I'm sorry that even you, with your artistic genius, has to face the corporate machine. To the audience, thinks we have so much to give. He concluded, share this post. The audience has spoken. Special thanks to my mentor for telling me to follow my art. Unfortunately for Watson, it seems his post caught the attention and eventual ire of Disney themselves. As several hours after it went live, the stunt coordinator returned to the post, commented, so I just got called by Disney for saying how I feel. However, rather than backing down, the performer countered, ask Colin Wilson why he started this mess in the first place. Ask a lot of fans of Gina Carano how they feel about my post, he suggested. She got screwed over too. Ask Mr. Wilson why he started this mess in the first place. I love my art and the fans love it too. Fuck these assholes. To put it crudely. So, these people. These people. I am machine. I never sleep. I keep my eyes wide open. 3 days grace. Apparently sparking controversy within the stunt coordination industry over his peers' belief that he was directly insulting the Book of Boba Fett stunt coordinator J.J. Dashaw. Watson returned to Instagram the next day to apologize to his cohorts and clarify that his post was in no way about him or the team. Don't apologize. Never, ever, ever apologize. If they are not mentioned specifically, see, here's the thing. Here's the thing, folks. Here's the thing. It's one thing to make just a statement out in the ether, and you see kind of what your statement, like what influenced you to make that statement, but you're just laughing at it from the sidelines. There's that way of making a statement. There's also another way of when, if you have an issue with someone, you straight up just say it to say, I don't like this person, I don't like this, or what have you, and blah, 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 blah. Now, some people can be daring and tag said person into whatever, social media they're on, or not tag it and just say, this is what I think. And if they see this, okay. If they don't, whatever. If the stunt coordinator JJ Dashnaw was not mentioned and you weren't thinking about it, you have no reason, Ryan Watson, to fucking explain to people that you weren't talking about him. If they made the wrong conclusion, that's on them. That's egg in their face, and fuck them. And they can be butthurt over it, how they misconstrued what they thought they was the statement being made. It's getting to the point where, like what Nick said, we just got to start saying no. So don't clarify anything and don't fucking apologize. I would have said, so he wrote, so he was in no way, about him or the team. I was pointing out the frustrations that actually happens to every stunt coordinator. You want to know what I would say? I would say a lot of people are saying that this post was directed towards this dude. I'm not responsible for how you take this post. That's what I would say. Chaos Mesh says Disney went bad for me when Frozen came to be. Bury that damn song. Let it go. Let it go. Dashaw is a wonderful stunt coordinator. He said in a personal video message, I worked with him, the Book of Boba Fett. He's a great guy who knows what he's doing, and the guy he used were a lot of the guys I used, so it wasn't about that. This, my Ryan, buddy, pal, this video is completely unnecessary. It is not your fault that they took it the wrong way, because they know damn well what you were talking about. They had to make it about them. You had no obligation to clarify what you were talking about when you made that post. If they couldn't, they can draw whatever conclusions they want. But you should not have felt bad enough to have to go back on Instagram and then clarify that that's not what you meant. Don't apologize. What it's about, he then revealed, is how sometimes it's like you can get a winning formula and then for some reason they just try to change it. My team and myself, I was done wrong and not by John Favreau. He supports me. I love you. I hope this doesn't hurt our relationship. He reiterated from his original post before asserting, what I was trying to get at is that it seems that every time you get something good in the project, seasons 1 and 2, I did, Boba Fett didn't do so well. And it wasn't because of Dashnaw. It was because as stunt people, we do not get listened. Wait. It was because as stunt people, we do not get listened to on how to shoot action. Well, then blame the director. Blame the director. That's what part of being a director is there for. Is that when your vision doesn't match up or doesn't or ultimately it's just not a fan favorite, you have to take those hits and say, yeah, you fucked up. You suck. We hated it. If the action was good, then leave it as that. The action was good. If it sucks, then of course I'm going to blame the stunt coordinator. The thing is we knew exactly what you were talking about in the first post. There was no need to clarify. Unless, of course, you were literally threatened by Disney and they say, you better clarify this, or if not, you're dunzos. And maybe you cave. I don't know. Just amazes me that, especially at Disney, they have these people that are trying to shoot what we choreograph. He opined, we make up the action a lot of times and we don't have a say in how it's shot. You know, not to mention also blame the writers. If the story sucks, the story sucks as well. If you ever have to clarify anything, just make sure that how you clarify it just drives that knife in deeper, because these people don't deserve it. Reaching to Hollywood for a concrete example of this phenomenon, Watson turned to an old classic, telling his followers, if anyone remembers in the old days of the Cannonball Run, when Jackie Chan was brought out to America, the American filmmakers didn't listen to him and the action looked like shit. And that's exactly what happened on Boba Fett. We don't get a say in how it's shot. That's exactly what happened on Boba Fett. If Dashna was second unit directing or myself were second unit directing, it would have never looked like shit. And it's too bad that these companies don't realize it. And I don't apologize for saying that because it's true. Um, saying that you don't apologize, but then literally you made a post apologizing and having to clarify that you weren't directing this towards so and so makes me not believe you. It lessens my respect of your opinion. And that's all right. You know, we're all human. We all kind of have to backpedal a little bit. And hell, you know, as men, sometimes we like to clarify things to a T because bullshit like this can happen. I know for me, I would love to get every single thought, idea, point, and stuff, whatever, across in if I'm ever trying to explain something. We, especially as men, want to do that all in one shot so that when this bullshit happens of people getting butthurt because they couldn't understand how we were relaying a message, we can go, I already covered that. What the fuck are you talking about? Get over it. It just justifies that idea of it's not, hey, I already pointed that out. You can't see it. That's your problem. Why don't you guys listen to the masters and the artists on what we do? Watson proceeded to question whether it's martial artists, special effects, whether it's the stunts or the building of the sets. These are all great artists, but there's always someone who comes in and goes, nah, I want to put that there or whatever. That is what we were talking about yesterday, about how the producers have a certain vision that they got to make sure it gets pointed across. And what's happening now in Hollywood is not the actual story. It's not the buildings that take place, the sets that get built. It's not about making sure the stunts look good, the special effects look good, the martial artists look good. It's not what it's about. It's about making sure that SJW propaganda gets displayed and shoved in. And they will sacrifice all of that to make sure that people get exposed to their ideology and hope that they convert to it, which they're not going to. Producers are not given leeway. So same thing with choreography, he added. They say, let's just do this here. You don't have any idea what you're talking about. You know, there's a reason why. I'll point back to the Rurouni Kenshin live action series. Guarantee you the directors listened on the choreography because the choreography is amazing. And those people put in a shit ton of work to make it look good and to specifically do moves that can satisfy the viewer. Because I pointed out before, they've incorporated like shots from the manga inside the live action. You gotta watch it, but you can find them. I saw it right away. I saw a bunch of moves that I knew from the manga, not just the ones that they spew out. You know, Rod is not here to make his nonsense. I still don't get what he was trying to explain. Like ultimately, him and I both made the same argument, except at the end, mine was well, these are examples of people who didn't cave, and it goes to show that people can succeed. And then his was, well, that's just how it is. Sorry. And it's like, well, I literally just gave you examples of people who said no to that and succeeded. Well, those were just a fluke. Makes no sense. It was funny. I legit was like, okay, man, whatever. Oh. But we're an open forum here. People can express what they want. As long as you don't spam. The ones with a vision are steamrolled, and the ones with no vision are the most heard. Thank God he isn't. So I can't imagine someone going up to a surgeon during an open heart surgery and going, "Hey, you sure you want to cut that artery right here? I'd like to cut it over there," he further proposed. That's a good way of putting it. It's a good way of putting it, but I'm also against the argument of authority. Because there's a fine line, and what I mean by that is I hate the people who go, "Well, are you an expert in this field?" It's like, no. It's like, well, then you really don't. You really can't say. It's like, yeah, I can. I can give an opinion, and I can read articles and say what you're saying is bullshit. So this is borderline. This is a good example, but borderline. Not super heavy borderline, but getting a little there. Well, you've never been in stunt coordination, so you wouldn't understand. It's like, well, that's where I will rely on your expertise to fulfill my vision. So my vision is this. How can we get to there? Tell me what I need to do. And that's why movies sometimes fail, Watson declared as he wrapped up his video post, because they don't listen to the artist and the business side of it takes effect and it doesn't work. And it's just frustrating because I felt I was done wrong here. Again, there's nothing wrong with that's part of being a receptive director, is finding that balance of listening to the people who can say, hey, what you're trying to ask is kind of hard to do, to where it's like, I don't give a shit. I want it to end like this. So very, very hard to do. And this straight up just looks like a toy. Is that really from Source? That's really from the show? Oh. Ugh. These straight up look like action figures. Look at that face. Yuck. Watson then briefly noted, I'm not stunt coordinating over there anymore, and I was never given a reason, so this whole thing is on the producer, whose name I'm not going to say. Aw, boo. Call him out. We need to start calling him out. These guys are getting away with a bunch of bullshit. Whose name I'm not going to say out of respect, because we were always respectful. That's from Book of Boba Fett. No, I see the source. Like, if that's an actual, like, those are two actors, that straight up just looks like a dynamic, action figure placement. Ugh. So they got rid of Gina Carano. She was well liked, he said. So that's all I was saying. So ultimately, Watson reasoned rhetorically to Hollywood, let's do our job. We know what we're doing. They do it in Hong Kong, and it blows our movies away. I said that earlier. Absolutely. Donnie Yen gets to have a say in what he does. They don't come in and change his shit. Quit changing our shit, he concluded. We're making you look good. Stop making yourselves look bad. This is your fault. There you go. There you go. There's a way to ending that right there. Drive that knife in deep. Very cool. Well, there you go. Stunt coordinator had a lot to say. And I think some of the stuff he was successful in sharing, and then other stuff was bullshit. He obviously caved a little bit when Disney came back at him. If he thinks that he's not going to get rehired again, he should have just said, fuck you. I'm not going into further detail of why you can't understand what I'm trying to say. All right. So here we go. That's not true in Hong Kong movies. What with the CCP there? Well, maybe a Japanese movie would have been better. All right, so here's what I was stoked when I learned that Gungrave Gore will be on the Xbox Game Pass from day one. Amazing, and I read that it was November 22nd, so good thing I still have my Xbox Game Pass, and I loved Gungrave. Very highly underrated and known game. Both Gungrave and Gungrave Overdose. The anime was good too. One of those rare instances where the video game led to an anime. Very cool. So, hot on the heels of confirming a release date, publisher Prime Matter and developer studio Igimam announced Gungrave Gore will be available for Xbox Game Pass. Gungrave Gore will be on Xbox Game Pass for the Xbox consoles, PC, and cloud on day one, alongside its recently announced November 22nd release across Windows PC, Steam, Xbox One, Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 4, and PlayStation 5. Now, I'd love to get it for PlayStation, mostly because I have the other games for PlayStation, so just to continue that. But it's going to be free on Xbox Game Pass. It's going to be dope. It's been more than 2 decades, since the original Gungrave was released on console. Very good game. And now we're back with the chance to showcase what Gungrave Gore can look like on Xbox as well. Studio Iggy business development manager Bobby Jungwoo Park said in a statement. That's why we're delighted to announce today that players on Xbox One and Xbox Series XS will be able to play the legendary anti-hero badass gunslinger in Gungrave. That would be Brandon Hito, on day one with Xbox Pass. So here's a rundown of the 2017 announced game. Gungrave Gore. In Gungrave Gore, play the gun-wielding badass anti-hero of your dreams as you mow down tons of enemies in a gory ballet of bullets and experience a story of vengeance, love, and loyalty. All in a beautiful third-person action shooter, which in the trailer, Kugashira Bungie is in there, and Kugashira Bungie was my favorite. On a beautiful third-person action shooter, combining the best that Eastern and Western game design have to offer. Good that it's coming to PC. Features. As the titler gunslinger resurrection, you become the badass anti-hero of your dreams, an ultimate killing machine, brutalizing your foes without mercy. Taking cover and retreating is not an option for Gungrave. He only ever goes full steam ahead, preferably right through his enemies. As you can see why I love this game, because it suits my character perfectly when I play a game. Just go in Punisher style and just start murking. So style on your foes with guns, guntastic, stylish combat, stylish third-person shooting meets close-range martial arts, creating seamlessly flowing action as you crush your enemies in a gory ballet of bullets. Utilize your unlimited ammo Cerberus pistols and your transformable Evo Coffin to unleash devastating combos in pursuit of maximum damage and style. Let there be vengeance. Strap in for a wild ride, an epic and emotional story of vengeance, love, and loyalty with more than 12 hours of gameplay in the story mode for Gungrave fans and newcomers alike. And enjoy the scenery. Go on an epic adventure across Southeast Asia based on the real-life locations with a dark, futuristic twist. So, a short article, but dude, I am stoked. I should have put the trailer in. I want to find the trailer. All right. Oh my gosh, there's a release date. 11 days ago. Eek! I want to see it. All right.
Hi, my name's Quartz, and I should probably catch you up. I'm part of a group to eradicate bad guys. Like these assholes. Enough said. Meet the team.
Show me something good.
Bungie.
Oh, I love
Dr. Aso, he's our mad genius. That's Mika, she runs this gang. And then there's Grave. Yeah. We're fighting the Seed, led by the witch, Big Wushen. The evil Taranti. The katana-wielding Yensen.
Let me finish him.
And lastly, Gonpo. Wanna come?
Oh, I'm coming right now. Oh no. Oh my gosh. And we can pre-order it now to get Death Run and Grave.
PlayStation.
My gosh, that was amazing. My goodness. Got me good. Engavas gross. The English VA gross. Oh, English VA gross. That's all right. So, you know, we can't hate them because I do know some really good English voice actors. I mean, they announced the Japanese voice cast. Nice. Well, I'm happy. So that's going to be it for today. A rather short stream. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central Time, Joe Ball and Shane Mess are going to be back. The owners of King Toad Incorporated will be on the show, and we're going to hang out, just chat up, see how everyone's doing, and it's going to be a fun time. So we interviewed them individually, and now we're going to have the company together. Your happiness will be cut short. Rude. Very rude. But yes, they will be on the show tomorrow, and I should be on later tonight, so just keep an eye out. But yes, as I yawn. Dude, Gungrave Gore. I am super excited to play it. So, all right, I will catch you guys later tonight. Keep an eye out when I go live. But until then, adios and have a good rest of your night, unless I see you. Take care.